Hello, welcome. How's our connection, my friends? Looks like the internet's a little iffy on my end. Oh, no, maybe it's good. Hi, Lamira. Hi, Britt. So great to be together. Is everything coming through clearly for you all? Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Andrea. Okay, great. Great, great, great. Hi, Neil. Hi, Pauline. I just adore you all so. Hi, Karen. Oh, great. Okay, we'll wait just a few moments before we begin. If you are joining us someplace other than Insight Timer, I invite you to come to Insight Timer so we can be together. Hi, Lindsay. Hi, Hope. Hi, Camille. Oh, me too. Lamira said, I love this time together. I do as well. Beautiful. Okay, let's get started. Welcome, beautiful, beautiful, precious souls. Yes, that is who you are and beyond. The beauty of life, the magnificence of life. You. If we are meeting today for the first time, my name is Selena. We have these live sessions regularly here on Insight Timer, generally Wednesdays at 12 p.m. Eastern. I have a lot of content here on the app, on the audio only side, the video side, the free side, the subscriber side, and so much content covering different topics to serve you, to support you in this wild ride that is this human experience. Let's see what else. I also lead retreats. We have a retreat upcoming in Costa Rica, and I have not fully created it yet, but just to plant a little seed. It's looking like there may be something happening, may be something happening. I'm like, anyway, there's more coming. We'll just leave it at that for now. You'll hear about it soon, but there's more coming, and I'm very thrilled to share it with you. Let's see what else. I think that's all. My amazing, beautiful parents are both teachers here on the app, Sandy Magrum and Jonas Magrum. My mom leads live sessions regularly, usually on Tuesdays in the morning in the Americas. Just depends on where you are. My dad has not been leading lives lately, but he does from time to time. So I invite you to check them out because they have so much wisdom and so much love to share with us. Mm. I just returned a day or two ago from spending almost a week with my beloved teacher, Her Holiness Sai Ma. This is the 25th year anniversary that I have been studying with Ma. And during this last week, where I was able to attend an event and offer some teachings as well, we had the exquisite gift of celebrating Guru Purnima with Sai Ma. Guru Purnima is this annual celebration on the full moon of the Guru where we celebrate the Guru. And although we often think of the Guru as the teacher outside, the Sadguru is inside. Yes, I'm so blessed to have a guru in my life and to have a living master. And one very distinct foundational teaching is that the guru is a mirror of our own self. The guru is not better than, higher than, on a pedestal, and we're these meek little ones. The guru is a mirror of our own beloved self. Sai Ma has taught me again and again in this path of self mastery, of self love, that the guru resides within. You are your greatest teacher. I may be the one who is here offering a teaching or a meditation or holding this space for us to all be together. Yet you carry great wisdom. Maybe you never think of yourself as a teacher. You have so much to offer the world through your light, through your own experience, your transformation, your love, your willingness to show up again and again through difficulties. We are no better or worse than each other. Yes, as human beings, we have different habits and behaviors and ways of being that give us different experiences of this life. But I am not better than you, and I would say you're not better than me. We are both in the path. We are all in the path. And we are here on the planet in this time of great shift. This great shift has different names and different ideologies, or not ideologies, but different story or myth or understanding about what is happening across different traditions. In the yogic tradition, we see this as the yugas, these different cycles of creation. And we are in this time moving from darkness to light, which is also what guru means. Guru, from darkness to light. So the exquisite soul that you are took birth on this planet during this time of great shift. What if that's true? I know for some of us this doesn't make sense or doesn't resonate, and that's fine. As I always offer, I welcome you just as you are. There's no need for us to agree, for us to carry the same beliefs, for us to think the same way. I welcome you just as you are with whatever you believe. And if there's something I say that doesn't resonate for you, just leave it. No need to try to be something or someone that doesn't resonate with you. But what if you are an exquisite light, an exquisite soul who chose to come to this planet during this great turning, during this time of profound transformation from darkness to light? And we see that not only in the external world, all of this darkness more and more coming to view, but within ourselves. Go ahead and drop an emoji if you can relate to this at all. It's almost like in these past years, more and more has just been coming to the surface from inside. It's like the inner world has just become so much more intense in moments. Or when challenges come up, sometimes, although you may have more grace to navigate the challenges, it's like everything is just coming up so intensely. Yes, I see you. Blessings, great soul, for our remembrance of who we are. Tatvamasi. I am that I am. Mm. Thank you. Thank you for being here in our time together today and also on the planet as the exquisite light that you are. Yeah, Lisa shares, I think every generation feels that also. Absolutely. And we could consider that it isn't a building of this energy. And as the teaching says, as the light increases, the darkness increases as well. There's always this duality here on the planet. Some would say that in this time we're just exposed to more of what has always been happening. Or, for example, I know this is happening in other countries as well, but in the US, we've been seeing for some time now how the darkness that was there has just been becoming uncovered and more visible. The fear, the ignorance, the bigotry, the judgment. So much of what was already there is now out in the open. So again, we're in this time of such huge shift, huge shift. So, what do we do? What do we do in this time when things are so intense, externally, internally, when if depending on what we do with our time, we could be constantly bombarded by pain and suffering and tragedy? What can we do? There are many things we can do. Oh, my Julia. Yeah, Pauline says centering. Absolutely, we can center. And this is great. I actually would love to hear from you. What do you do for yourself? Well, first of all, here's a question. Before we go into what do you do for yourself, I have a couple of questions. Do you think that you have more to give or you're more available to support others when you feel really high in your frequency and your energy and expanded, or when you're feeling really contracted and heavy or angry or sad or just kind of lost in the process? Inside of yourself, where do you think you have the ability to serve more? In this expanded frequency or more contracted frequency? I love that, Christy. Christy said, I'm trying to practice and notice my own basic goodness. That's beautiful practice. So, where are you of greater service? In expanded frequency or contracted? Lamira shares, I serve more in the expanded frequency. Stephanie shares expanded frequency. Pauline expanded. Yeah, naturally, right? When we're expanded, when we're in this higher frequency, there's more spaciousness inside of us. We are thinking clearly, the brain is functioning better. We feel more spacious inside emotionally, so we have more of a capacity to give and serve, right? And there's nothing wrong with contraction. Let's be clear here. It's awareness, though. It's awareness of our experience, of our state, of our energy. So when we are expanded, we can serve more. Now, yeah, exactly, Lumira. We're going to come to that in just a moment. Lumira says the contracted tends to mean I'm spiraling. So this is a great point. If many of us are aware that it's when we're in this more expanded frequency that we are better of service to ourselves and others and the planet, how many of the things that we do or entertain throughout the day bring us into a more contracted frequency? And I don't just mean your physical activities. How often throughout the day are you feeding thoughts that bring you into contraction? And it might not seem that straightforward, but what if it is? What if every time we seek out looking at, listening to, or focusing on things and horrors that we can't change in the moment, that it's almost like this mental masturbation where we're feeding this addiction to suffering? What are you seeing here for yourself? And as a reminder, at least from where I come from, we're not good. You're not good or bad because of your thoughts. It's okay to feel contracted. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, and Britt shares that's what I do often. Constant worry and health anxiety. Yeah. And we can, rather than just saying, "Oh, well, you shouldn't do that because it's lowering your frequency," right? Like how can we be, if we're aware that we're kind of caught in this spiral or these loops where we're creating and generating more suffering inside? Does it work to just say, "Oh, I shouldn't think this way. Oh, this is bad. I don't want to manifest this for myself," right? How many people have said that? Like, "Oh, my negative thoughts are going to manifest bad things." And then we kind of beat ourselves up even more. If we're in that place where we're already contracted, what can we do in the moment? And I'd like to speak specifically to, like, if you're really hurting inside or you're really feeling anxious or scared, what is something you could do in the moment to be with that part of you that's feeling that worry or that fear or whatever you're feeling? What's something you could do? And I'm going to come back to your comments in a moment. Lamira shares, I actually breathe through it and feel it all. Beautiful. So it's like you're practicing acknowledging that you're feeling that. And by being with it and feeling it, aren't you in a way accepting it as well? You're giving that pain or that anxiousness room to exist without just trying to get rid of it. Chad shares, I listen to your yoga nidras or your affirmation track, but seriously. Yeah. And what happens inside of you when you hear my voice or my guidance, Chad? How are you with yourself? What shifts inside? Because yes, the sound of my voice and the energy that comes through can be very soothing and help to regulate the nervous system. But we could also consider that something's happening in your mind with how you're thinking or being with yourself. It's also helping to shift. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, Chad shares presence, right? More presence with oneself in that moment where there's distress. Sometimes I think about that as like if you have a child who's really upset, who's really distressed, and imagine this child's kind of like hanging on to your leg, like, "Oh, I'm just so upset. I'm so upset." If you tell the child to stop being upset, is that going to work? No. If you try to shake the child off of your leg, is that going to make them calm down? What do you think is going to help soothe the child in that moment? Turning toward the child. I see you. Taking the child in your arms. This expression of acceptance and compassion. Some of these teachings and tools are so simple, yet they can feel so complex in the moment. But I invite us to consider it so simple. Many of you have heard me share this story about this time that I walked into the bathroom And I saw myself in the mirror. And this thought came up that said, "You're so ugly." And I just put my hand on my heart and I said, "Oh, my sweetheart, you must be in a lot of pain to be having a thought like this. What's the matter? What's going on?" Rather than engaging that thought, telling me I was ugly, or trying to positive affirmation that thought away, or just ignoring it, I saw it as part of me saying, "I am hurting. And I'm hurting so much that I want to make you hurt." So you see. And so I turned toward that part of myself with curiosity, with listening, with compassion. "Oh, my sweetheart, you must be in a lot of pain to be having a thought like this. What's the matter?" So I'm going to come back to a few more of your answers and then we're going to go back in the comments. Britt shares, "I listened to your affirmation track on repeat and it really helps calm central nervous system." Beautiful. Yeah. So we're also seeing this theme here of calming the body, right? Creating more calmness in the body so that we can be more regulated and be able to be with discomfort or emotional distress, whatever's coming up. Stephanie shares, "I vocalize it to help me process it. Sometimes that means screaming into a pillow. I feel such release after and so much lighter." Beautiful, right? It's like everything is energy. So when we just hold it all inside, sometimes I think about like a champagne bottle that's been shaken up and all of that carbonation is just, trying to get out. So by saying the things out loud that are stuck inside, or by screaming into a pillow, it's like all that energy that has been trapped in your physicality is getting to move. It gets to dissipate. And then, like you shared, you feel so much lighter. It's not magic, it's the science of energy and understanding how it functions, not only in our physical bodies, but our subtle bodies as well. Yes, Stephanie shares, "The emotion needs to move through me." Yes. Camille shares, "I become more calm and able to gain understanding for my emotions." And how do you do that, my love? When you're not feeling calm, how do you become more calm? What are you doing to bring yourself into that relationship with you? Lisa shares, "Acceptance and understanding of the child's feelings." Right. When I was giving that example of what helps the child release that distress that it's in, or to regulate, acceptance and understanding. And maybe we don't even understand. Maybe understanding is overrated sometimes or all the time. So many of us are so attached to being understood. It's like our primary need. I have to be understood. But so many people don't understand us and they won't understand us. So, what a freedom to release the need to be understood and practice acknowledging, accepting. What do you think feels better ultimately? To be fully accepted or to be understood? And there's no right answer, by the way. Just curious. Lamira shares, "I feel less alone when I listen to guided meditations." Beautiful. How beautiful is that? And how beautiful that Insight Timer serves us in this way. We have thousands of teachers and countless meditations so we can be together even though we might be physically alone. Lindsay shares, "I start with awareness of the feeling. Ah, I see I'm feeling blank, whatever it is. That's new for me. And also learning to not buy into the stories my mind may be creating." Yes, my love, right? That's it. So many of us, for years, we've done this practice together, or maybe we haven't been together that long. But this practice that I learned from my dad when I was young: feel the feelings, drop the story. And I'm pretty sure he learned it from Byron Katie's work. But to really feel the feelings, feel the body, and let go of the story, because more often than not, maybe even most of the time, The story the mind is telling about why we think we feel what we feel is not accurate. It's not true. It's just a story that we're telling ourselves, and it really traps us. If you haven't explored Byron Katie's work, I highly, highly, highly recommend her work. She has a very simple step-by-step process that helps us really see and understand, really see how our minds are creating and perpetuating the suffering that is so much of what we experience. Or I should say, so much of the suffering that we experience. And of course, we can see that in other traditions as well, Buddhism and so on. Christy shared, agreed, Lamira. These lives also help. I hope you feel connection in your life today. Oh, that's beautiful. Lamira shares, oh my gosh, yes, compassionate curiosity, being kind to yourself. Oh, Camille shares in response, giving myself giant hugs. Yeah, you're good at that, Millie. Just like a big hug. Like, I love you. It's okay. It's okay. Big kisses. Yeah. Uh, oh, my love. How do I pronounce your name? Is it Visji? Visji, maybe? Or I would love, please feel free to spell out how to pronounce your name. How to navigate fear. Even if I dive deep into the feeling, it still persists. Okay, great. I'm so glad that you asked this question. So there, there are so many ways to navigate fear, and it's not always, in my experience, it's not always moved by the same technique. Meaning sometimes one technique will work for fear and sometimes it won't. And I'll use something else. But ultimately, because sometimes we really need to work with the body when we're feeling fear, rather than only working with the mind and the breath, we really need to work with the body. So I could go on and on today giving you techniques to work with fear, but why don't we look at a couple today? Because there's some other comments I wanted to get through. Two. Uh, so one very powerful practice is the one that I mentioned a moment ago, which is feel the feelings and drop the story. So, my friend, or anyone who might be feeling fear or any emotion or any discomfort inside, maybe you can't even name the emotion. Let's just do a little practice together. Well, we haven't even done the centering technique yet today, have we? We just dove right in. All right. Let's do the centering technique together. Let's start there. This is a fantastic ancient yogic technique that is so powerful for coming into a greater sense of inner alignment, even calm, groundedness. If you can't move your body, you can visualize this technique. Let's bring the palms to touch at the heart. Take a deep breath in and out. And now we'll inhale the right hand all the way up. The left hand simultaneously comes down by the navel. All of the fingers point up to the sky. And then we exhale really slowly to come back down through center. Slow, easy movement. Palms touch at the heart. And then we inhale left hand all the way up through the midline. Right hand comes down by the navel. Maybe you straighten the upper arm up. And then we exhale slowly. It's like your upper hand is reaching for the 12 on the clock and the bottom hand is reaching for the 6. Inhale, right hand up, left hand by navel, open the chest, maybe straighten the upper arm, all the fingers point up. Exhale slowly. And then we pause here at the heart for a moment. Feel the palms and the fingers touching. Feel the fullness of the breath. I invite you to allow the eyes to be closed if that's comfortable. Relax the hands down. Maybe roll the shoulders up, back, and down a few times, and then just relax them back and down. Become aware of some place in the body where you're feeling a strong sensation. Maybe you're already aware that you feel fear and you feel this tightness in your chest or your belly. Maybe you're feeling grief or shame or anger. Maybe you don't even know what it is. It just feels really uh, uncomfortable or tense in your body. Bring your awareness to an area in your body where there is this strong feeling or some sense of discomfort. And just notice what it feels like. Is it heavy or light? Is it sharp, tense, contracted? Just notice what it feels like in your body. And now start to feel as if you're breathing into these sensations in your body. So you're really breathing into the feeling inside. You don't even need to know what it is. And now, as we feel the body and feel these feelings, we practice letting go of the story. Oh, I feel this way because of that. Oh, I'm so scared of this. Oh, I'm so worried of that. Whatever it is, let those thoughts be to the side. Practice not giving them any energy as you focus on really breathing into the feelings in your body. Feel the feelings, drop the story. And it's okay if it feels uncomfortable or maybe a little intense. Would you be willing to allow these feelings to be here just for this moment? Breathe into these feelings in the body. Breathe into the sensations and drop the story. Every time your mind tries to tell you about what you're feeling, come back to feeling those sensations of heaviness or tightness, or whatever it's like in your body. Could you allow this discomfort to be here just for now, just for this moment? Could you allow it to be here as you breathe into the feelings in your body and you let go of the story? And just notice what's happening as you breathe into the body, breathe into this discomfort, and you drop the story. You let go of telling yourself the painful story. What is happening inside? You don't need to answer yet. Just stay with your experience. Feel the feelings. Would you be willing to welcome this discomfort? Just welcome it for a moment, letting it be here. Just feel the feelings and let go of the story. Just a few more moments here, welcoming whatever discomfort is arising, letting it be just as it is. Let's take a deep breath in and out. Mm. And just notice if anything is shifted inside. Also, notice if this felt different from how you might normally try to sit with your feelings or sit with your feelings. Take another breath in and out. You can move the body a little, just stretch a little. Slowly open the eyes when you're ready. So I'd love to hear from you. Did anything shift for you? Did this feel any different than times before when you have sat with discomfort? My friend who asked the question, oh, good. So you shared, I noticed so many physical sensations coming up. Yes. And how was it to breathe into those sensations and do your best to not keep thinking about fearful thoughts or painful thoughts? What was that like to accept the sensations, to let them be there, to breathe into them? Lemira shares the story felt less powerful. My friend, how do I pronounce your name? Vischi? It was surprising that oh, Vish. Oh, thank you, my friend. It was surprising that they're so intense and they even exist. Ah, beautiful. Why do I say beautiful when you tell me how intense these feelings are? Because this for me is such a powerful moment of self awareness and breakthrough. I don't remember when this happened, but I remember the experience of aha for me. Anxiety can be rooted in different things. However, often anxiety is like a blanket term for this discomfort inside. And sometimes when we think we're having an experience of anxiety, what's really happening inside is there is such a buildup of emotion that it's like that champagne bottle that I spoke of. Like imagine, I don't know if everyone here has had champagne, but it's very, very carbonated, so fizzy. So imagine a drink that is already so carbonated being shaken in the bottle, right? And we know what happens, right? Even if you haven't seen it personally, you've seen it in movies, you take the top off of a champagne bottle, and, right? That's what many of us are living with. Our emotions are so unexpressed, so unmoved, from our physicality, through our physicality, that we become like a champagne bottle that's being shaken all of the time. And everything inside is just buzzing and intense. And sometimes it gets to be so much we numb out. We don't even know how to be with it. And we're not usually even conscious that we're doing this. Sometimes, but often not. So the reason I say beautiful, Vish, when you share that you're aware of all these strong sensations that you didn't know were there, is because that may be, wow, this anxiety that I feel, this fear that I feel might actually be partially rooted in all of this emotion, this unexpressed emotion in my body. And when I can start to release it from my physicality, I naturally feel more more freedom, more equilibrium, more not equilibrium, more like equanimity inside. So Vish shares, these feelings come up at night and I can't sleep. It feels like my nervous system is hypervigilant. Yeah, and that's why I also shared that, of course, anxiety can be rooted in different things because sometimes it's rooted in trauma in the body. Sometimes it is occurring because we keep thinking these very fearful thoughts, which is also sometimes an expression of what's being stored in the body. So it's not always one way. But Vish, as I share this and I share the possibility of what if these strong sensations inside are like an energy wanting to release from your body, and that release could give you such more spaciousness inside. What does that feel like for you when you consider that? Does that resonate for you? Can you see anything there for yourself or feel anything there for yourself? And in terms of hypervigilance in the body, again, this is something that is, we would work with each of us individually because this is rooted in what might be stored in the body, past experience, lifestyle habits, all of these things. There are certain ways, though, that we can work with the soma, work with the body, the intelligence of the body to relieve even something that is so rooted in the nervous system, possibly. This shares, yeah, I love the possibility of it, but the weight is hard. So, this is actually very revealing. What is the weight, my friend? Is the weight I'm waiting for these feelings just to go away on their own? What is the weight for you? And and JB is asking, how do we release? Is just feeling enough? Yes, this is I know we had some comments earlier that I didn't get to see, but this feels really important for many of us, if not all of us. So I'm just going to kind of dive deeper here with Vish on this, which is really in service to all of us. So thank you, Vish, for bringing this today. So, for example, in a session just before our live right now, one practice that we used is the emotional freedom technique. Many of you are familiar with this. It's where we're tapping different parts of the body that correlate to different meridians and nadis as well, yes, naturally. But they correlate with different energetic channels throughout the body that correlate with different organs and emotions. So sometimes we can use these different techniques that work with the nervous system, that work with the body, and don't require um, all of this intellectualizing of the experience. So I'm going to come back to so Vish, I hear you say, I asked what are you waiting for? And you're saying you're waiting to not have them disturb your sleep. So, the question that we can all ask ourselves in these kinds of experiences, because we've all experienced something like this before, not necessarily affecting our sleep, but where it's like there's this discomfort we don't know how to move through, we can ask ourselves, what am I doing to care for myself so that I can move this energy, this stagnant energy or this agitated energy inside of me? And the thing is, there are countless tools. And again, they're not going to be the same for each of us. It's going to depend on past history, current lifestyle, and so on. But here are a couple of ideas, Vish, for you that you may have already tried, and for anyone else who this may resonate with. One thing, if you're not already, I really would invite listening to Yoga Nidra before sleep. Listen to Yoga Nidra to help to regulate the nervous system. Another thing that's very helpful is to make sure that we're moving the body, regular exercise. Now, some of us can't move the body or we have very limited mobility. So, this is when we use powerful breathing techniques, if possible, strong breathing techniques to move energy in the body. And of course, even if we can move our bodies, using strong breathing techniques as well. This is why pranayama is so, it's one of the limbs of yoga, union, the remembrance of who we are. The breath is that powerful, that is a foundational piece in our awakening. Why do you think breath work is so popular in the world? Because it is one of the primary tools that we can use to regulate the nervous system and even to have expanded anand, blissful experiences of the self. So, yoga nidra, breathing techniques to help to move energy, and I mean really specific techniques. There are several different types of pranayama. I really personally enjoy Bastrika and breathing through the teeth. So it's where we're using the arms and breathing through the teeth with forceful exhalations. Kapalabhati, where we're breathing in and out of the nose with strong exhalations. I know I'm just saying names of things right now, but I invite you to look up breathing techniques if you're not really familiar with them. Again, this is for all of us. Moving the body, as I was saying, exercise. This energetic being of our physicality needs to move energy. And if we're just tight all the time, then it can't move. So move the body. If you can be in nature, nature is one of the best ways to naturally regulate the nervous system. It happens on its own when we spend time in nature. Things start to shift automatically inside. Chad is asking if I have videos on these breathing techniques. I don't, but that's a good idea. I can create something. But there are many videos, and even probably here on the app of teachers leading these stronger breathing techniques. So I invite you to just look up strong pranayama techniques to help to move the energy. But maybe I'll create some too. Yes, thank you. I'm kind of giving you a list here, my friends. So, kind of if you want, write these things down if you're not familiar with them so you can explore them. And maybe we'll do just a moment of emotional freedom technique tapping so we can have a little taste of that as well. Um, I think Kenneth Storrs, who's a very, very popular teacher here on the app, he might lead live EFT, but there are definitely other teachers who lead live EFT as well, um, and videos out there on it if you would like guidance for that. So, really, the picture that I'm painting here for us is that this discomfort inside we can consider is energy, and often occurring as emotion. And finding ways to allow that energy to move or to be integrated is so powerful. And I also just want to say, because it's not black and white. I don't find anything to be black and white on this planet. Sometimes we're going through such powerful peelings, dismantlings of who we have been, that all we can do is do our best to move through it. I have gone through periods in my life, even when I've been very developed in my tools, not feeding painful stories, not creating more suffering for myself, whatever it is, using all of my tools and being in the throes of suffering. And the only thing I could do is just move through it and do my best to keep caring for myself. Sometimes that happens for us as well. You're all masters here, though. You're all masters. And we awaken to our mastery together in the path. And part of that mastery, for example, which I have a whole new up leveling in my consciousness around after this last week with Saima, is to be vigilant with your thoughts. Be vigilant. What thoughts are you feeding? Are you complaining? Are you thinking about how this person's bad and this thing is horrible and I'm bad and I'm not worthy? What thoughts are you feeding? You're not your thoughts. They might seem really real. They might be very familiar. They might be automatic in your mind. You are not them. They are not you. You are not your thoughts. And I could give a whole teaching on how to understand that, but I'll leave it at that for today. So start to question your thoughts. Use Byron Katie's work. Start to become aware of the powerful being that you are more and more by understanding that these thoughts that come and go are not true and they are not you. And you have the power to start to direct the mind. It may not be easy, especially at first if this is new for you, but you have this power. I've watched this in myself the last 25 years of studying with Saima. I've watched the power of mastering, it's not mastered, but more mastery of the mind. It's like my beloved teacher teaches. The mind is like an empty space where whatever you put into it, you will experience more of. I like to think about it like a garden. The mind is like a garden. A garden isn't good or bad, but you can plant really terrible, sour, whatever it is, bitter tasting fruit. You can plant that seed in your garden, and that is the fruit you will have eventually. Or you can plant the sweetest, most delicious seed of fruit in your garden, and that's what will blossom. The mind is a neutral place, it's a neutral garden. It's your thoughts, your intentions that are the seeds being planted in the mind. So, what seeds are you planting? What thoughts are you entertaining? Maybe a thought comes up habitually. Maybe it's a thought about how you're not good enough or bad things always happen, whatever the old belief might be. When that thought comes up, start to become aware. This is where your mastery is. You are a master. You're an embodiment of love. You are an eternal being having this experience as a human. You are eternal. This isn't your first rodeo, as we say. When you become aware that that thought comes up that leads to suffering or already causes suffering, you have the choice not to keep going down that path. How many of us have a thought pop up of something painful that happened in the past? And then it's like we have our own little personal movie where we replay the painful thing that happened. You are the one allowing that in the moment. Maybe the initial thing that pops up is natural or rooted in something in the body, but when you keep thinking about it, that is you. Start to become aware of what channel your mind is on. Start to practice changing the channel or turning the TV off. And I love this. Lemira shares, and it will take time to pull the roots of what's been planted. Be patient and kind to yourself. Oh, I love that so much, Lemira. It's true. It can take time. Some shifts do happen fast, and some of them take time. Some of them take years. It's like that slow growth process. So, yes, be compassionate. It's okay. So many of us have this idea of what how we're supposed to be good or be spiritual. And if we're not that way all the time, we beat ourselves up. Anyone ever done that? Not me. Never. I've never thought I was supposed to be perfect and holy, right? It's okay. It's okay. We're all growing and evolving together. It's not a straight path. Oh, beautiful. This shares, you are so right. I do chant and exercise regularly. This feeling came out of nowhere, and thank you for the hope. Oh, beautiful, my friend. I'm so glad. And, like I was kind of sharing earlier as well, sometimes we get into this, like I just shared all of these techniques, right? Great techniques that can serve us. You're not a project to fix, you're not a problem to fix. And sometimes we throw all of these techniques at ourselves because we feel like we need to fix and change ourselves. But what if we go back a little further in the session when the only technique was to practice accepting ourselves as we are? Just that. "Oh, I'm so sorry you're hurting. And Vish, this might be something to try. The next time you feel that pain or discomfort, you're lying in your bed at night and it comes up, maybe just put your hand on your heart and say, Ah, Vish, you must be feeling a lot of pain. I'm so sorry you're hurting. I'm sorry you're hurting." Sometimes we just need to hear that. We just need to hear that someone cares about us without trying to fix us, don't we? "I'm so sorry you're hurting. I'm here for you." Just that. Just that. Hmm. I'm so grateful for all of your comments, all of your shares, your vulnerability, your wisdom. Thank you all so much, my friends. And I wish I had gotten to all of your comments today. I know we dove into this specific topic, so thank you for your graciousness. And if I didn't see your comment, know that I'm still so grateful for you. It is time for us to come to a completion. So much today. Yes, so much for us to take with us. We have each other. We're never alone. We have countless tools. I know I said we were going to do the EFT technique, so apologies for that. This is another really fantastic technique, though, to bypass the need to process intellectually and just work with the energy in the body. So if you haven't explored it, I invite you to explore EFT. We have so much to serve us, and it's all within you. It's all within you. Coming back to the very beginning of our session today, you are your own guru. And I'm not talking about your intellect or the mind or the books that you've read. Your inner being is one with all of life and knows it. The whole creation is inside of you. It is you. You are it. The trees, the stars, the animals, the people you like and the people you don't like. It is all you, beloved. It is all me. We are one. I love all of your blessings and all of your love. And I love you. We'll be together again next week. Same time, same place. Thank you all. Thank you. I'm so grateful for you, just truly, with all that I am. I feel your love just showering me right now, and I'm so grateful for your love. I love you. I cherish you. Even if you're new today, you are here as part of this family, and I thank you. Okay, let us be kind with ourselves and others. And remember, you're also so powerful. You're so, so powerful. Powerful creator, powerful being. No matter what you learned about thinking you're shy or you're small or you're weak, it's just a learned something. You are so powerful and you are exquisite. And I'm so grateful to know and love you. See you soon.